AVF has been working with the World University Service of Canada to implement the LEAP project in Kalobeyei settlement in Kakuma. The project targets to enable young girls 12 years to 18 to access education, either formal or vocational training, and also give a chance to the older girls, 18 years to 36, also attend training through vocational centers, or also access employment opportunities through the available resources within the area. And this project, while implementing it, we have had to run interactive radio programs. And for the last season, we implemented a full season of 8 radio shows with RFFM. During the radio discussions, one of our listeners, a male participant, 31 years from Kakuma, shared a very interesting story. And the story was that previously, majority of the people from his community, the Turkana community, were a bit scared, not willing to support and empower their women to go to school, to access business opportunities, and also be employed, because they feared that these women would start competing them. And so they didn't want to have an empowered woman for fear of being controlled at home with the women. But after listening to the radio programs a couple of times, getting the content, listening to the radio guests who are attending the radio shows, they learned that women are not being empowered for purposes of competing men, but women are being empowered to come together, team up with their husbands, team up with their fathers, team up with their brothers to make a better society. And this participant indicated that after listening to the radio shows, his previous perception, his previous attitudes were changed. And today he views women empowerment so differently. And he shared that within even the groups of men, where they have their own sittings, where they have their own discussions with fellow men, fellow boys, they now appreciate the value of empowering women.
We met this lady, a 22-year-old, a young mother from the South Sudan community in Kalobeyei. She had been in our season 1 listening groups for 10 weeks. So that's when she was introduced to our radio shows. She had been going through issues. She was at that point expecting her first child and still living with her parents. And she was going through issues there, feeling like she's a disappointment, as her parents mentioned that a couple of times, and she felt like she was betraying them. So she was really stressed and in the verge of committing suicide. That's what she was thinking about as the next step to get out of it. But when she was introduced to our listening group, she was able to meet other girls in those listening groups that had already gone through the same experience and were also still going through the same experience. And at the same time, she was able to meet our mentors who are able to mentor these girls through the shows or through the listening groups, advising them on things they're supposed to do, how to overcome the issues that are going on in their lives, and to better themselves. Vocational centers in the community and what they were offering and what she could get from them. It was evident that she felt inspired, because starting a new business in Kalobeyei is not easy, and she was able to start her own business, helping other girls in the same community get through the same issues, because it's still happening in her community. And she gave up the whole idea of suicide. She's now living a good life.
One of our participants in Kalobeyei acknowledged that the radio shows and the radio programs are helpful to the local people and to her as well. With the mentorship sessions in Kalobeyei, she acknowledged that to attend the trainings in fields previously perceived to be for men only, and this is as a result of the encouragement and inspiration they are receiving from our radio programs.